What is up, gents? DirtBag Gaming here, the channel for casual raiders. We just got a brand new green screen. It's like huge. It's a 7 foot by 6 foot, I believe. It's literally taking up like my whole wall. So I don't really care. Like sometimes there's like white stuff in the bottom here, like my wall, because the green screen's not big enough. But we're upgrading. I also bought some lights that I didn't hook up yet, so I have to hook those up. They're like LED, like 60 light right in your face. So we got to get that hooked up. But today I'm making a special video. I've been leveling these guys up for a while. It's going to go over Urost, the legendary that you can get from Doom Tower. It's going to be rian, the conjurer, who also you can get from Doom Tower. And finally, a ukoth, which again, another Doom Tower guy. So we're going to be leveling them up because they all kind of go together. So I want to make this video of like, can I run these guys in Doom Tower? Can I make them specifically for Doom Tower? Can it just be those three? So in Doom Tower wave, I'm going to try and do as many as possible with these guys in the team to kind of show that, hey, they can make it as a 3, you know, to get all the way up to floor 120. I'm not sure if we're going to get up that high, but I might have to do some manualing eventually. But these are all on auto. I added another free champion, which is Lydia. Obviously, not everybody has Lydia, but this is hard Doom Tower. So if you're in hard Doom Tower, you should be, you know, towards end game, which you should be focused on faction wars first before you focus on Doom Tower. But we also threw in Sylar for the first one. I took Sylar out because, again, she's not a free champion. And I added in Ninja the next couple waves. Like this was the first, this is wave 11, I believe. And then I added them in wave 12 up to wave 20. So you guys can watch that in the background. I'm going to go over kind of why these three are put together. And then we're going to kind of give you my insight on what I thought about these guys. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below. If you guys haven't joined Discord, join that. If you guys haven't subscribed so these videos actually pop up for you guys, let me know. So we'll start at the top with Urost. He's freaking awesome. There's a couple of videos on YouTube about him like soloing and doing all like the resistance teams. I built him mainly just for Doom Tower. I didn't really have him in mind with anything else, and I really wanted to try this combo because they work pretty well together. So we're going to go over his kit. He does have an A1. He's not fully booked out. He has 2 more books that I need in his A1. So he's almost booked out. Just 2 more books in A1. Everything else is pretty much booked out. It's called Wait Shadow Legends, so you have to literally wait till CVC to book out shit. Attacks one enemy, places a shield buff on this champion, equal to 10% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns. So he's a HP type champion, so I want his HP as much as possible. This build, we have him up to, I'll show you all the stats at the end, but we have him up to 100,000 HP. So we got him up pretty high. So 10% of that, he's putting out a 10k shield on himself every single time he does his A1. Increased by 1% for each poison debuff on the target. That's the only downside, is like I wish I had another poisoner to really make this guy shine. I'm probably going to level up the one poison dude who puts out the 4 poisons every time. I don't have that legendary, but I'm talking about the epic dude that does it from the Skinwalkers, I think. So I'm going to level him up for the next Glamorous Clan and kind of pair him with Urost and see how that goes. But that's his A1. Not bad. A2, he attacks all enemies, has a, once booked out, 100% chance of decreasing the turn meter by 15% of enemies under poison. So that's where you need the poison debuffs. So he does this a lot, the A2, because it's on a 3-turn cooldown, which is really good. But he doesn't really do anything unless there's poisons on the enemy champions. 100% chance of placing a decreased speed if there's 2 more poisons, and 100% chance of placing a stun on 3 or more poisons. That's what I'm saying. Like if I go out and just do 4 poisons right away, and then he comes in first and then just does this, everybody's now stunned, which is going to help out so much on Morning Macabre waves and those types of waves. All right, so we tried Sile. Right, I was thinking about Sile. I was like, you could probably use her, honestly. Just put her in a stun set and just throw that in there. Plus she heals and reses. But we threw in Ninja because he is a free champion. And he does have the, where you can't attack him, the cloak. So he hits pretty hard. So we tried him. And instantly activates this skill, his A2, when the champion is revived. So that's kind of the combo with rian, is when he gets revived, he then instantly does this move. He also has an ally protection, which definitely helps save a lot of people. Against Mortar Macabre, one of the things that you can do is ally protection, which takes a lot less damage from your champions with that up. So strengthen and ally protection. 25% chance or 25% strengthen on everybody for 2 turns and a 50% ally protection. So that's on a 3-turn cooldown. So almost always you're going to have this up on your champions. Then we have his passive, which when attacked has a 50, 60, 75% chance of placing a poison debuff on the attack for 2 turns. So that's just when he's attacked. Whenever an ally is attacked, while under a strengthened buff, has a 50, 60, 75% chance to place a provoke. So like I said, he's almost always going to have the ally protection up. So there's a 75% chance that if he attacks somebody else, even with AoEs, they get a provoke on them, which then will attack him, which then places the poison. Increases champion's max HP by 5% whenever an enemy receives a damage from a poison debuff. So that's pretty cool. Not crazy overpowered. Cannot decrease a single champion's max HP. All right, so it's like the same as everybody else. So he's able to put out poisons, which does more damage, you know, to these waves because they have a lot of HP. And his aura is resistant to all battles by 80%, which is really good. The masteries I did on him were just, again, PvE masteries, kind of going all the way down to resist, I guess. Which, if I wanted him to do more damage, I could do the War Master. But we went down with more of like a defensive build, so we went down to resistance. We did Master Hexer. We did Lasting Gifts, which has a chance to extend it by 1 turn. We did Harvest Despair, which puts out a leech if he puts out a stun, which doesn't really happen that often because not a lot of people have poisons. And then 20% chance to counterattack when somebody is applied stun, sleep, fear, true fear, or freeze debuff. Probably should have done the counterattack, but it's whatever. So that's our first guy, Urost. So he's pretty tanky. Honestly, with this build, he's got 309 resist, I guess not that much, 388 accuracy because I want him to land his debuffs, and 236 speed and 100k HP, which is cool. So now we're going to go over our second champion, which is going to be the Fire Dude. None of his books are in. I need a lot of books. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18 books. Oh my god, do I even have 18 books? I don't, have 10. So I'm going to book this guy out next, because then he'll do a lot more damage. But 18 books is a freaking lot. Alright, let's go over why he's good. A lot of people are using him in Spider, 25, because he has like the 100% chance of placing HP burn. Very good. So he's got an A1. Oh, look at that. We beat floor 12 with that team. 3 minutes, 24 seconds. That's not the fastest run, guys, but again, it's all auto, so you don't have to worry about it. This one attacks one enemy, 50% chance, up to a 60, 70% chance of placing a decreased crit rate. Not bad on A1. Really good for PvE. And then this one attacks all enemies. This is the good one. Has a 20% chance of placing HP burn debuff for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. The chance of placing the debuff increased by 20% for each alive enemy. So if there's 4 alive enemies on the enemy team, that's an extra 80%, so that's a 100% chance. So that's why it's really good. So it's basically a 100% chance of placing a HP burn debuff, as long as his accuracy is enough. Even though it's a 100% chance, you still need accuracy with this skill. That's why we need his accuracy up a lot. I don't know what his accuracy is at. I have him at 360 accuracy with this build. A2, that was his A2. A3, which he instantly activates this when this champion is revived by Rian. So when Rian revives him, he instantly attacks all enemies and has a 50, 60, 70% chance of increasing the cooldown. That's really good. Increasing the cooldown on all champion skills by 2 turns if they are under an HP burn debuff. So that he has to basically do his A2 before he does his A3. But you can get this down to a 4-turn cooldown once it's booked out. He also placed a shield buff equal to 20% of this champion's max HP on all allies, but that is also really good. So I have him HP at 69,000, so he is a defensive type champion. He starts at 16, so he doesn't start with a lot of HP, that's probably why. But still, he puts out a free shield on his A3 for 2 turns. Instantly activates his skill, yeah, so when it's defensive champion, this is based off defense, so if you can get his defense up pretty high, he can do this. Now he also has a passive, which has a 10% up to a 25% chance of placing a fear debuff on an enemy for 1 turn whenever they receive damage from the HP burn debuff placed on themselves. Okay, so anytime somebody takes an HP burn debuff, chance to place a fear, which is really good for CC and the waves on Doom Tower. So he's pretty cool. He's got a lot of damage potential with HP burn debuffs on everybody, and he increases ally HP in all battles by 25%. That's a very good aura. You can use that as your aura. You can use the accuracy aura from Rian, or you can use the resistance aura from our other dude. So you have a couple different options. My masteries I did on him, I want him to do damage, so I went down to War Master, so he was actually able to do a little bit more damage to the waves. We got Sniper to percentage chance to place those debuffs, and obviously Master Hexer, so he can land the debuffs longer or stay on the target longer. I gave him a little bit of Life Drinker in the offensive tree just to kind of heal a little bit more. But yeah, that's he's up to 3,400 defense, which isn't bad. 223 speed, 360 accuracy, and 69,000 HP. So like I said, I build these guys pretty tanky. This is kind of like an end game type build. Now let's go over our Rian. The biggest thing I noticed, she looks really cool. Biggest thing I noticed about this chick is she doesn't have a lot of healing. This team does not have a lot of healing. So you either need to bring a healer in the team, or you need to put a set on them to heal. Does she literally have? She has no healing. Okay, so A1, she's fully booked out. Attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance up to a 70% chance of placing a block buff, which is great. So that's on the A1. She does her A1 a lot because she really only has 2 skills. Her third skills are revive. So she's going to be doing this a lot. That's on the A1. A2, which is pretty cool. It's kind of like a mini Madame, a weaker version of Madame, but you have a 100% chance of removing all buffs from all enemies. Also a 100% chance of placing a 25% weaken. That would be great if they put a defense increase on this or another thing rather than just a weaken on all enemies for 2 turns. This is on a 3-turn cooldown, so she will be doing this a lot. She does this even if there's no debuffs or buffs on the enemy team. But being able to take off the buffs, especially on Doom Tower waves, is so clutch. So you have like a mini Madame on your team. Then her big thing is revives a dead ally with 50% HP, fills their turn meter by 50%, and will also place a block debuff on them for 2 turns. So basically you're reviving one person. Now what's cool about this is if the other 2 people are dead, I don't know who she does with her AI, like who she revives. Like if 2 people are dead, is she going to revive the one that's not ukoth or urost, or is she going to revive them? I have to test that out. We'll also revive ukoth and urost with 30% HP if they are on the same team, and will not target them, and not the target of the skill. So they can't be the target of their skill to revive them. We'll also fill the turn meters by 30% after reviving. So that's not bad. If either ukoth or urost are the target of the skill, the champion is revived by 50%, 50%. All right, so basically it's the same thing, and puts a block debuff on them. So again, it's a cool combo because if you have all 3 of these guys on the same team, one of them are going to die. So you're going to basically revive one, and the other one should get revived. Got to test that out. But that is on a 4-turn cooldown. So basically a 4-turn revive. You should make her really fast. You can put her in Relentless. I put her in Relentless first. Let me stop there. I put her in Relentless first, and it did good. It's just she died because she was targeted by the tax, and she doesn't have any healing. So not good. You either want to bring a healer in, which is kind of pointless because then you just don't bring her, or you put her in a gear set, which we have her in, which now everybody's using, is Regeneration and Immortal. So she's healing by 15% each turn, and she heals by another 3% on top of that with the Immortal set. So basically 18% of her HP, she's healing back every single turn. And you want to make her fast because she's a reser. So the masteries I put on her, I want her to land her debuffs with removing buffs, putting up her A1, and also putting up the accuracy. So you have a couple different options with her. I just try to put her as much accuracy as possible. So I gave her the Eagle Eye, so to give her plus 50 accuracy. I also gave her Spirit Haste, which if any of your allies are dead, increases her speed by 8. We also gave Master Hexer, increasing her Lore of Steel, increasing like as many turn meter buffs as I could put on her, I did. And then we went down to Cycle of Revenge in a defensive tree. So 50% chance to increase the turn meter by 15% when an ally is attacked with a critical hit. So she's almost always going to be doing that. Yeah, again, I'll show you these at the end. But she also has a aura by 40 accuracy in all battles. So you can have her as a lead if you need that little bit more accuracy, which towards the later waves you might. Her reviews, not bad. They're all in the green. But she's up to HP wise. We got her up to 67,000 HP, 2,600 defense, 234 speed, so she's right around the other two. 282 accuracy, which is pretty low, honestly. I should probably get that up if I can. I don't know if I can. 200 resistance, and that's about it. So she doesn't have a ton of HP. She is actually the lowest on the team. But she's healing herself by a crap ton every single turn. Like you can see it in this video. Every time she goes, let's see how much she heals herself. She's about to go. She heals herself for 12,000 and like 200 HP every single turn. But with all the debuffs going out, we have Lydia, we have the Provokes, we have the Frosts with Ninja. So it's a lot of CC on this team. So she's not really getting targeted or dying that much because she just heals herself a crap ton every single turn. So that's probably honestly one of the best gear sets I would put on her if you're going to run a comp kind of like this. If you have somebody else that's like super high in healing, you might not need this. You could just run her in Relentless if you wanted to, which again, any support type champion in Relentless is very, very good. Okay, so what does this team offer? Again, you can replace Lydia, you can replace Ninja. It's very, I tried just running these three and you just, I'm not going to say you can't do it. It's just a lot harder to do it. But I will let this go ×2 whatever speed. And you guys can kind of just watch this. If you want to skip towards the end, you can. But we'll go over all of their stats at the end of this video. Hopefully it's not too long for you guys. But I'll pause me talking now. And then I'll just hopefully fast forward this for you guys to get to the end. And if you want to skip, if you don't want to watch it, like watch their attacks, watch how fast they kill the waves, watch how many HP burns get out on the target, watch how good Ninja is, then you can fast forward to the end. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about these guys. And then at the end, let me know what you think if this is a viable team, because I do. I think it's cool that they give us these champions for free, and you can actually use them in endgame type content if you want to put the resources into them. All right, so we're getting Baumel down to a 7-minute 15 run. My best was 5:40. That's not bad. But we gotta figure out if Samar can solo him up to level 90. I just don't know. But let's go with the champ. So what do you guys think? Did you think that this was cool, worth it? I said with Urost in the Discord that if he is paired with a poison champion, which I think I'm going to pair him with this dude until we get the one legendary poison guy, which is insanely good. Where's our dude? This guy. So we pair him with him, so that way potentially every wave will have 4 poisons on them. And then he's unkillable, so that makes it easier. If he dies, he just gets rezzed up. Right here. So puts out 4 poisons on each enemy for 2 turns. Potentially 3 turns if you got the masteries going. Has an accuracy. Faction clips. Nope. So that's it. So basically pairing him with this guy. I'll level this guy up next CVC. That's gonna be cool. So let's go real quick. This gear that I got on him. So with him, again, I really wanted the accuracy and resistance. So we got accuracy, speed, and resistance. Just the 3-piece, like no 4-piece sets. Just the 3-piece set on this guy. Total stats are up to 103,000. Which again, he gets the shield and he's a tank because he has the ally protect. 236 speed. You want these guys fast. Like high Doom Tower waves, these guys aren't even going first. So you need like a booster or a speed booster or whatever it may be. 309 resistance, not the best. 388 accuracy, that's kind of the goal. So that was Urost. The masteries we got, again, resistance and hex and this thing. So if you guys want to pause that, do that. And then we got Lydia. I mean, you just, again, the other 2 champs you can run, just sub them out for whoever you guys have. And then we got the 2 epics. So we got this chick, Rian. We went down to this because I wanted her accuracy up, because I want her to actually be able to strip the upkeeps. So 100% chance, but you still need accuracy for it, just like a Madame. This I wanted her to land, and I wanted her to land her weekend. So 282 accuracy, 200 resistance. Because she's kind of pointless if she doesn't do this. Like, I was just thinking, like, you could just have a Lydia in here to get the decreased defense and weaken, but the stripping of the buffs is really why you need her. Obviously, if you have a Seer, you wouldn't really be needing this comp, but this is just for fun. So the thing, we have 15% heal and a mortal set. So total stats, 67,000, 2,600, 234 speed, and these 2 down here. HP. Yeah, HP, speed. Accuracy, HP. I guess I'll show you this guy. I think he's all HP. So we got HP, speed, accuracy, HP. All right, now the fire guy. Again, I'm going to get this guy booked out because I think the other dude's booked out already. So this guy's going to get the books. This clan versus clan, but we got HP, speed, accuracy, HP. The sets, we have 1 accuracy set with speed, HP with heal, and resistance with defense. He is a defense type champion, so that's a really good set for him. 360 accuracy, which is good. 230 resist, 223 speed, 3,500 defense, and then 69,000 HP. So pretty good. Masteries, we got it down to War Master to do more damage, so he can heal a little bit from this. And then this is really just to kind of help out with. You'll notice the HP burn and poisons will do a lot more damage than just trying to, do raw damage to people. So him putting out the HP burns and everything on the guys is just going to do so much more damage. So hopefully this helps you guys out. If anybody was wondering about this video, here it is. But I was pretty excited by building these guys. I built these 2 last clan versus clan. This guy was built 2-3 clan versus clans ago because I needed somebody to build as a legendary. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Put in the comments. Are you going to be building them? If you guys are newer, probably save off on these guys. But somebody to invest to is definitely this guy for Spider 25, and then this guy for just if you can pair him with a poison champion, or if you want to do a solo resistance with this guy. So there's a couple of videos out there for that. Appreciate it, guys. Good luck with everything. Join the Discord if you haven't already, and subscribe so we can get up to 2,000 subscribers. So appreciate it, and we'll see you in another video soon.